I want to share something with all of you. My mom sent my fiance a birthday card this year, and I would just like to read it to you. For context, it was my fiance's birthday this year. Dear Laura, almost sent it to wrong address. Deleted old one, so no more mix-ups. You know, the hardest part of writing is just getting started. It really is. Just put pen to paper, see what comes out. Sounds like all is going well for you with work. You were such a go-getter. I know that is some of the many reasons Matthew loves you so much. Thanks for keeping him so happy. My role is definitely over, and I am learning to accept it. Told the boys to grow up and fly away, and they did. Have a happy day. And question, is that a birthday card or a suicide note? I didn't know there was a fuzzy delineation between those two. She sent my fiance a goddamn concession speech. Enjoy your birthday and enjoy my son, you little sluts. Keep changing your address, I'll keep finding you. Got engaged recently. Thank you so much. She's a dominating personality, my fiance. She used to be a professional athlete. I am not good at sports. I know I look like I rode for Slytherin, you know, brooms as oars, but she was a professional swimmer, very, very good national champion, collegiate champion, silver at Worlds, and she's retired now and adjusting to life on land, but very much still looks like an athlete. She's tall, you know, like muscular, but still, you know, feminine, like skinny waist, childbearing shoulders, very, I feel very safe in her arms. And we're similar in size, which there's nothing wrong. I'd fuck her. I don't know what to say. She's great. But the downside to that is the thing a lot of straight guys like to do is you give your girl your shirt to sleep in, and it fits her very baggy and billowy, and that makes you feel very manly and protective. And when she puts on one of my shirts, it's like, that's how that should fit. Yeah, look at that. It's perfect. Sleeve length, collar. You keep that. You earn that. You know what? Here's my lunch money. Don't hurt me. And she swam her whole life, which means all the guys she dated before me, not just swimmers, very good ones. Like her last boyfriend was a sprinter, so 50 freestyle, 100 freestyle, a little bit of backstrokes and butterfly also. And he went to collegiate nationals. He had Olympic trials cuts. I only Googled him for a few hours, but very speedy guy from what I could sleuth up. Real swift fella. And fun fact about this dude, 6'7", which you would think that would be intimidating, that your fiance's ex-boyfriend is a 6'7" elite swimmer. But the cool part is that we can just sleep in his old shirts. Very, very nice. Comes to right above the knee. Goes, woo. She's tall too. She wears size 11 shoes. And I did not know this. Women's shoe stores only carry up to size 10, so she has to buy all of her shoes online on a website called, how mean is this? Amazon.com. Isn't that? That's a silly one. That's a silly one. That joke is all about delivery. And if you don't get it, you will in 1 to 2 days. You will get that delivery. Any women with size 11 or larger shoes in the audience? I ask because I'm a pervert. Cool. What? I see both of you here. Size 11 and size 11. And a half. How tall are you?
6 feet.
6 feet. So pretty tall. Okay. And yourself?
5'4".
Whoa! You should be the swimmer. That propulsion to mass ratio. It's like a V12 on a jet ski. Can I ask, have you had children in your life? Did you go up a shoe size after childbirth? Okay, I've learned that does happen. Each time? How many kids did you have? So you used to be an 8.5? Did you know that women's shoe sizes go up during childbirth? I think it's all the pushing. You're just, his toes popping through. I think women's shoe sizes are fucked up. Clothing sizes too, because they're like twos. It's like a size 6, 4, 2, 0. But then you can be smaller than a 0, and then it switches. It's 00, 000, and so on. How creepy is that? That as you get smaller, your clothes go, oh, ooh, ooh. I feel very bad for women. I know they have impossible standards of beauty to try to uphold, ridiculous things like they're supposed to have no leg hair, no armpit hair, no nipple hair, and then eyebrows like Eugene Levy. That's just can't be bushy enough. Gotta be, just be chemotherapy from the neck down, and then Yiddish librarian. Just Yiddish librarian, they go, shh, but it's spelled SCHHHH. It's a very visual joke. My fiance was not an Olympian. This is a tough subject. So 2 months after we started dating, she went to the U.S. Olympic trials. She was ranked #1 in the country in her event, and she didn't swim the way she needed to, and she didn't make the team. And that is very painful when a person works their entire life at one goal and misses, and you've only been dating that person for 2 months. That was a lot for me to deal with on our 7th date. I don't know. What do you say to that? But hey, sorry you failed at your dreams. Also, what's your middle name? Mine's Lawrence. Isn't that embarrassing? Do you have any food allergies? Do you believe in God anymore? I thought she was going to make the team, and I was prepared for that mentally. It means she would go to the Olympic Village. This is where all the athletes drink and party and hook up. And in my mind, I was like, hall pass. I don't need to know what happens. And if she does sleep with someone, she better get pregnant, because whatever she pops out, I'm gonna raise like my flesh and blood. I'm gonna be, those are scholarship sperm, you understand? I'll be the loudest dad at field day. Just, that's my son. People are like, looks a lot like Usain Bolt. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, people said that about me at that age. Sure did. Some still do. Now she has a real job. She works in tech. She does very well. I made a mistake of looking at her tax documents. I learned she makes 4 times what I do. So I am a feminist. Yeah. People are like, what kind of feminist are you? Intersectional, third wave? I'm like, indentured? Is that a category? I'm pro-choice because I'm not ready to be a mom. You understand? I don't want to lean on her financially, but in case of emergency, break the glass ceiling. That's pretty clever, right? That's my bumper sticker that I put on my laptop because I don't own a car. And it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling. I used to struggle to find a balance between being a good boyfriend and my job. And now being a good boyfriend is I'm only here because she approved my PTO. I'm on call right now. And I love this job. I really do. I'm really grateful to be up here. This is my dream. But because of her salary, this is just a cute hobby. That's all this is. Everything I'm doing can be summed up by her at a cocktail hour. Being like, honey, come show me a little trick. Come on, do you want your little skits, you know? It's changed my motivations. I used to work out for fitness. Now I work out for job security. I gotta keep this ass tight. If I get shredded, so does the prenup. That's my thin spo. And she doesn't understand how much power she now has over me. She asked me recently, would you ever leave me? And I said, it would have to be a competitive offer. I'm not jumping ship for nothing. Not trying to be some entry-level fuckboy, just freelancing sans dental. Here's the twist in this saga. I've been doing comedy for about 12 years now. I've been with her for almost 8 years. 3 years ago, she started doing stand-up comedy also, which means she watched me do this for 5 years and was like, seems easy enough. All right. Scoot, 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 scoot. I always wanted my work to be inspiring, not in a Rudy kind of way. And it's weird for me because now people see that I'm dating a comedian. They're like, oh, look at this guy, shits where he eats. It's like, that's not fair. I was already pooping, and she broke down the door and started force-feeding me French fries. You know, I didn't fuck in my workplace. She worked in my fuck place. That's not what it looks like, officer. And she was very secretive about it at first. She didn't tell me, and then when I figured out, she wouldn't let me watch. And then we got booked on a show together, and I was nervous going in, and I got to see her perform, and it was an awesome moment. for us, for her, for me, because she's good. She really is. But even better, she is not as good as me, which, woo, thank God. Strong act, but don't quit our day job, you know? Someone has to pay 3/4 the rent around here. And it's not gonna be me. We fight a little bit. We fight, I think, a healthy amount. We've been fighting because she learned the word gaslighting recently. That's been a real thorn in my side. Gaslighting is when I say something she disagrees with, apparently. No. Gaslighting is when she's losing an argument. No. Gaslighting, no, it's a real thing. It's a serious thing. Gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation where you repeatedly lie to someone to sow self-doubt. And I don't do that. I've never done that. But she accuses me of gaslighting so much, I'm starting to believe her. Maybe I am gaslighting. Perhaps I am the gaslighter. Here's a fun game. Next time your partner accuses you of gaslighting, say, it's actually gas lamping, and then hide their phone, cut off the router. Give them no factual basis for dispute, right? It's gonna get heated, but stick with it, and she'll find you the next day. And she'll be like, see, I looked online, it's gaslighting. Be like, yeah, I said gaslighting, you said gas lamping, and really commit until she cracks. It's a great way to gain the upper hand psychologically. I saw the most recent Batman movie. The Riddler is my favorite villain, but I was disappointed in the casting. I don't think the Riddler should be a man. The Riddler is a villain who tortures his victims by making them solve puzzles he already knows the answer to. I think a woman is more qualified for that role. I think Lady Riddler would crush that. Just, if you want to save Gotham, you have 3 hours to figure out why I'm mad at you for the whole movie. He's like, can you just tell me? She's like, no, but I'll give you a hint. It's not the reason I said. It's something vaguely related to that. You know? The bat signal is just a dim lamp that says, it's fine. You know, says it's fine? I don't think a man could be the Riddler. When has a man learned he knows something you don't and not explained it immediately? If the Riddler was a man, he wouldn't give you time to answer. Like, do you know how the blockchain works? I'll tell you how the blockchain works. My fiancé points out stuff I wouldn't catch on my own. We were at our place. It was me, my fiancé, her name's Laura, our friend Harry, and his boyfriend, and we were watching Queer Eye on Netflix, and I was really excited. I was like, I like this show. I like how it's not just entertaining, it's also very inclusive. And she goes, no, it's not. I say, what? She says, this show is just men taking the advice that women had been giving them for years. They only listen when they hear it from another man. And I said, no, I disagree. I don't think that's true. And then Harry chimes in. He says, Matthew, there have been several studies showing that men are more likely to dismiss ideas when they hear them from women. And I said, Harry. That's a great point. That is a really, wow. You've opened my eyes. Thank you, Harold. I was blind, but now I see. And then Laura said something.